Hey guys, this is part 2 of my live finances and career readings. I want to thank those of you guys are participating in this, and I'm also sad to say that this session is sold out, but next week I'll be going live again and I'll have a different topic for you. So, we're moving on to the next person, and the next person is Ganesha. So, Ganesha's question is, I've been thinking to get a career shift as I no longer feel fit in the corporate life I've been leading since 2 years now. Previously, I was very enthusiastic, but not anymore. I write poetry, so I'm thinking of starting my YouTube channel for movie reviews and poetry as a side income, and also to create an audience so that I may publish my poetry book in the future. Also, I've enrolled for a wedding planning diploma course, which will start next year, for which I'll have to leave my current job. And I'm scared to do that because I feel, what if I'm not happy there? And also, if I lead this traditional MBA and job path and I don't do good there, also then I'll have nowhere to go and I'll be broke. Please guide me on this. Should I take this risk of leaving my job and going all into wedding planning? Will I be able to open my own successful venture in this, or should I just continue with the current thing even if it's not making me happy anymore? I honestly never thought that this path wouldn't make me happy, and so now I'm super confused. Oh my gosh, I feel for you so much. Like, you took this path in life with the MBA and everything, and now you're like, this ain't it. And I love how you've already come up with some solutions. Like, just from reading what you said before we even pull cards, you have already become aware that this isn't it anymore for you. You've decided, I love poetry, I want to do this YouTube channel, and I want to get an audience so that when I come out with my book, I'll have someone to release it to, which is absolutely amazing. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing tarot, I'm building an audience, so maybe I can release some books and some products and stuff. That's also part of my dream. So I can totally resonate with you on that. It's a great idea. Might as well start building your audience so that by the time you're finished with your book, you can release it. So that's a great idea. Excuse me. You've also enrolled in this wedding planning course, which is nice because it's just something more creative. So you've already made some choices, you've already gone through with them, but you're just worried, like, you know what you're getting into. You're probably not going to make as much money in the beginning. You're probably going to have to redo your budget. You might have to take a step back. You might have to move in with someone. You might, you're going to have to basically start at the beginning all over again. So, being aware of that is really good. Let's just look into this. First, let's look into the wedding planning and leaving this job you have behind. So this is a card that has to do with education and instruction and change that's coming from it. And this is coming out right next to the Fool card, which is a strong message to tell you to take a risk, take a leap of faith, try something new, do something that's not traditional. So you're getting a strong yes here, that this has been placed upon your heart for a reason. You've gone as far as to already sign up for this. I mean, you've obviously received some really strong inner guidance on this path. And we do see, yes, this path will be a struggle. You probably will struggle financially, but I don't see you being broke and homeless. I see people supporting you. You might have to get some roommates. You might have to live somewhere that's not as, you're not going to have the finances you had before. There's a huge need right now for you to save, for you to prepare, for you to talk to family members or anybody who's helping to support you or who has supported you in the past, and just kind of let them know that you might need some support or some help in the future, or just some just somewhere to turn to if you're having a hard time. So there's a need for that. But here's the protection card. There are unseen forces at work, working behind the scenes in your life at all times. And believe in the universe's ability to be able to bend and fold time and space to get you to exactly where you need to go. leap and the net will appear. That's your message. You're getting ready to take this big risk, but to me, this sounds like a really calculated risk you're taking with the wedding planning, okay? You might have to get some type of side job. You know, you're quitting your job, you're doing your training. After the training, you might have to get some type of side job, like maybe working somewhere like at a florist shop, or maybe you can get a side job that's related to wedding planning. You could work at a wedding venue while you're building up your clientele, because I don't see you getting out of training and then right away having a bunch of clients and everything's great. There will be some struggle, so you do need to be prepared, but at the same time, you can only take this path one step at a time. If you're worrying about that right now, it's really not going to do you good, because you're not even there yet, you know? But it's normal to worry. It's normal to doubt whenever you're leaving your comfort zone. So will you make as much money as you have been at this job with the MBA and be as stable? No, not in the beginning. I see something about it taking a little while to establish yourself in this wedding planning industry. But the great thing about it is you do kind of get to set your own hours. You do get to work from home just a little bit. It's not a job where you're having to be somewhere 9 to 5. It's a little bit more flexible. So your ability to have a little extra time and energy to start the YouTube channel is going to be really great. It actually could be perfect. And there is good money in weddings as well. So let's pull you a timeline here. After the training is over, the first 2 or 3 months after that will be very difficult, because you're not going to have this MBA job thing you're doing anymore, and you're not going to have a job. And the first couple months are just going to be you maybe living off of your savings, or like receiving help from family or something, trying to figure out where to go. So I see you applying for jobs. I see you landing something that has something to do with the wedding planning. You might be able to make some connections through that training course to be able to get your foot in the door somewhere. So I do see you working somewhere like in a flower shop, or somewhere where they're selling fabrics or clothing for weddings, or like that could be a good way to just still be around the industry and keep your foot in the door. But it's going to be a significant cut in pay at first. So it's an exciting energy, it's a quick energy. Just a couple months after the wedding planning, you've got some kind of job, so you're not broke, you're not homeless. I don't see that. But you're taking a big step back. You might have to live on a side of town that isn't the best. You might have to get some roommates or live with some people, or just, you're gonna have to take a big step back with your budget, okay? But once I do see you kind of getting stable and getting used to this like new kind of way of life. And from that point, you're able to build your clients. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time to get those clients going. The first 5 or 6 months is going to be hard. I don't see very much. It could be months before you get your first client, so don't give up. That's to be expected. But yeah, I actually see someone coming. Your first client seems to be a big client. A male, a gentleman, of course, marrying his bride, and a lot of family money, big event, big venue, big cut. And that seems around 6 to 8 months after your training, you're getting your first big wedding. And there will be, these people will tell some of their friends. That's all you need, is just to book one client, because then their cousin wants to do it, and then their sister, you know what I mean? So there's something like that going. I feel like your business is really going to spread a lot through word of mouth, especially. And I see a lot of abundance coming for you around a year from when you start your business. So if you go into this knowing what to expecting you're probably just going to have to get like a minimum wage job, or like a job that's just going to get you by until you can get those clients, and you're going to have to cut way back, and there might be a little bit of financial struggles. It might be a little scary. If you just kind of like realize that, and realize it could take about a year for you in this new business to be able to really get some good clients and just kind of get things consistent and start really growing the income, then you'll be fine. You just need to know what you're getting into. On average, it takes a business a couple of years to really turn a profitable wage, like a living wage. Like I didn't really start really turning a profit with this tarot business for like until 3 years of doing it. My fashion business took me 10 years to start making money, turning a profit. So, every business is kind of different. Just think of it as like planting a tree. Like when you plant a seed, it takes on average, for an orange tree, 7 years for that tree to grow and to produce fruit. So there's just this message here for you not to rush this business. Don't go into it with desperation of having no backup plan and expecting to have no other job and start a business from nothing and make that money. You're going to need a side job. So if you get out of that training, you get your side job, you just buckle down and hustle, you can get back where you want to be. It's just you're starting from the bottom. But the YouTube thing looks great. Excuse me, let's pull a card for that real quick. Yeah, this says, it's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. The YouTube idea is awesome. This wedding planning thing could work. Should you stay or should you go? That's really up to you. If you stay in the job, it feels more responsible and more stable. But if you leave, that's freedom, that's independence, that's creativity. No matter what choice you make, you'll be blessed. There's gonna be obstacles either way. So you need to ask yourself what choice feels right to you in your heart. I think this path you've already chosen with the wedding planning and the YouTube looks amazing and looks great. It will be a struggle though. So I hope that resonates with you. I'm so excited for these amazing changes in your life. It's such a great time for you, and we see the path to happiness being opened up for you, following your happiness. So let's go ahead and move on to the next person. Okay, so, oh my gosh, it's Eve. What's up, Everlina? So you want to know if you're going to find a job soon. Okay, so let's pull some cards about your job. You're still on the job hunt. Let's see what's up. I just got a big message. I just heard the word January. So let's see what the cards have to say about that. Yeah, I do feel like this situation is really almost getting kind of desperate at this point. Like, this is the Queen of Swords, and like you're trying to do the best you can. And I see you've been applying, but I really think it has to do with this season. I know that you're in the US and it's the holidays right now. And I know that you weren't looking for seasonal employment. You could have easily gotten a seasonal job or something, but you're looking for something more long-term, and with your management experience and everything, you don't want to take a step back. You want to stay on the same level or take a step forward. So, yeah, and there's this need to really step away and cut ties with the past, start on a new leaf. Turn over a new leaf. Nine and 10 here. Yeah, I think this is saying by the 9th or the 10th of January, you could have an interview set up. Or there's like a job you're going to be applying to around that time that's going to be really good for you. These days right here are really important for you, the 9th and the 10th of January. And so, and then I'm also thinking about February, the month of love. It could actually be January is, in the beginning of January is a very good time for you to apply. And then you're landing this job in February. You're starting, you're getting your first paycheck then. So this really isn't too far away. You just got to be willing to do the work and to just finish the race. It's like you're on that last mile of the marathon. And you might be so tired and sick of filling out applications or getting turned down or not getting callbacks. I think a lot of that energy that's been going on the past couple months has literally been because of the holidays. And once again, you're looking for something that's not temporary. You need a job that's gonna really serve you. I see a male hiring you. I see you impressing someone in specific. This is a man that's hiring you. This is someone who is gonna pay you what you're worth. And I see a management position. You should really continue to look into management positions. Yeah, this is the Queen of Spring. This person's gonna see you as very friendly, very talented. They're gonna want you to be the manager. That you're gonna be managing a team or a group of people. So this card says believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. You're gonna find a good balance between your work and your home life. This is definitely talking about a leadership position or a management position. So any of these management leadership jobs, even if you don't technically have, sometimes they say you have to have 2 years of experience in management. Even if you only have like 1 year, I still think that there's going to be a job that you apply to that you might not 100% meet the requirements, but they interview you anyways and they realize you're perfect for it. So apply for those management positions, because I really feel you're getting a job as a manager somewhere. And this says it's time to take action. Amazing career opportunities. So yeah, this is going to be a great opportunity. There's someone out there, they're going to believe in you. It's a divine timing thing. Make sure that by the 9th or 10th of January, it's almost like that's your deadline. You need to have your applications out by then. If you need to wait for the holidays to pass and wait till after New Year's Day to apply, that's fine. You might even be able to apply right now. But by the 9th or 10th of January, I feel like there's just some kind of deadline there. Like you need to apply by then. There's a specific job, a specific opportunity, and this is coming out. This is the biggest message I'm getting. You need to have a couple of different applications out by this date, 9th or 10th of January, and you're gonna get that call back. You're gonna receive this job. It's very possible by February you could be, landed this job and getting your first paycheck. So yeah, Princess of Wands, you need to apply. They're like, don't give up on filling out these resumes. I feel like maybe recently you just kind of gave up. There hasn't really been anything you noticed out there. All the opportunities are seasonal, it seems like, but things are gonna shift. Just wait, okay? There's gonna be an opportunity popping up around this date. Apply. Check your resume. You might even want to put a little bit of money aside and hire someone to look over your resume for you. Remember we talked in the past in past readings about doing like an online resume course or like looking on YouTube, like tweak your resume. Because I know sometimes we feel like, yes, I got a good resume, but there's always something more you can do and little tricks and little things you can add to your resume that are going to make it more attractive. There's something about working on the resume and then setting it out by this date. So, and this says, change the way that you're looking at the situation. Yes, there has been a temporary pause in the action lately. Nothing's been happening. It's just been with your job opportunities, with the looking for the job situation. But this says, what if this whole time you're waiting for a specific timeline to open for you to get a specific job? Maybe it's not because you suck or because you aren't good enough for any of these jobs, or like you don't have to look at the situation like it's desperate. You're not good enough. You're not going to measure up. You don't have enough experience. No, like you're being held on reserve for a specific job that's meant for you. And there's a specific timeline that's opening up. And this whole time, you've just been asked to kind of have patience, keep tweaking your resume, and be ready for this timeline. And so, yeah, this says embrace your uniqueness. Embrace your uniqueness. And there's going to be someone out there that's going to see you and that's going to really want you a part of their company as a manager. So you made the right decision, though. You decided you're going to move on from that job that isn't serving you anymore. You're just like, you know what, I'm not going to make this happen. I want a more meaningful life. I want to make some changes. I think you mentioned you might have got let go of your job. And it was funny because before that, we were talking about how you wanted to get out of that job. So sometimes the universe makes the choice for you. Once you make up your mind and you decide something, the universe is like, oh, that's what you want? Okay, we're going to lay you off your job. So, everything's working out in the best way I feel like when that happens, sometimes it feels like, oh no, like I got let go and now I can't find a job and like, am I even worth it? But like, bring your confidence back up. You have what it takes. Like, everything's just aligning to bring you what you've asked for. Everything's aligning to bring you your manifestation here. So let's pull you some cards about this. So final cards. I love how the first card reads trust. Trust the process. This is the synthesis card, which means process. Trust the process. Oh yeah, and this says right now, these next 2 weeks, all you really can do is just take care of yourself, because I don't really see anything for you to apply for the next 2 weeks, or maybe you just don't feel like you have the energy, or that's just not what's going to happen. So this says allow me time. You need to allow yourself to rest and to get ready for this new job opportunity, because it's coming soon. So sometimes when we're unemployed and we're looking for a job, we self-sabotage because we don't feel like we deserve to rest or that we deserve to enjoy ourselves. But if you let yourself rest for a week or two and you really enjoy yourself, that's gonna lift up your energy. That's gonna lift up your vibration and allow you to attract this job and be in a good energy to start. So yeah, this says change. Change is coming, have hope, and you're just growing. You're going to the next level. The last card you're getting here is peace. Okay, and reach for the stars. Be willing to apply for a job that you might not technically fit the requirements of. I feel like you're gonna get a job that, like, someone's gonna take a chance on you, and it's gonna, of course, be the best decision they've ever made to take a chance on you. It's something like where you're supposed to have 5 years managerial experience or 2 years, but you just have 1 or something, and they're still gonna take a look at you, okay? So I also see something about your cover letter being really important. Like, you need to write a bomb cover letter, okay? Stay humble in your cover letter, but don't be afraid to really play it up, all right? Don't be afraid to like hire, there's people out there on YouTube who are like experts at writing cover letters and job, and don't be afraid to email someone and be like, hey, like, if I give you 20 bucks or something, can you please read this letter for me and edit it for me? Don't be afraid to ask for help from professionals and stuff. It's a big deal. So you're gonna do great. I hope this resonates with you, and I will see you next time. All right, so let's get these cards back in the deck, and we're gonna move on to the next person. The next person is SC. So SC, I actually already took some time to read your question, and I just want to let you know, since you've purchased like a bunch of same-day readings from me, if you ever want a discount on my same-day reading, SC, just email me and let me know, okay? Just be like, yo, you got a discount? Because I don't always advertise it, but if you have come to me for multiple same-day readings, and you're like a regular client of mine purchasing those, like, sometimes I will just give you a little discount code for it, okay? I'm constantly putting my same-day reading on sale and then not on sale, depending on how much work I have and my workload. But if it's someone that I know, like, and I've done a lot of readings for, there's no problem with me giving you a little discount and throwing you into a day's, one of my work days. So I just want you to know that for the future. Don't ever be afraid to email me and just be like, yo, girl, you got a discount for the same day. And then my reading that comes within 3 to 4 days is also a really good option too. Usually I can just do it in like 2 days. Okay, so I read your whole thing. I'm not going to read it here, but basically you're still kind of getting harassed from your last university. You're not even enrolled with them. You're not their student anymore, but they do want you to pay for like a few weeks before you quit. And there's this person who's going to end up leaving the job soon, and you're just wondering, like, what do I do? Also, you're just struggling with your education right now in general, where you're at. Like, it's a very expensive university, and it's kind of almost like an Ivy League almost, and you're just like, what am I doing? And you just feel kind of isolated where you are. You kind of want to give up on everything. You can't handle the system. You're getting help, and you're going to like someone to help you where you are. And you got a certificate to defer your final exams. You still have to submit lab reports. You might fail without these reports. Okay, so you need to apply for a tuition refund. Oh gosh, and she's asking you too many details while it's only the doctor's right to tell you what's going on. You can appeal her decision. You just don't want this pattern to be repeated anymore. Okay. So I've pretty much got your situation. I already read over it earlier, but I went over it again. Okay, so first of all, the money that you owe to your last university. We're seeing a lot of reversals here, which is talking about delays, frustration, toxic relationships, you know. This isn't romantic. I'm actually seeing this. This usually sometimes signifies a toxic relationship or like an awkward triangle or something. I feel like this is obviously talking about that toxic chancellor that you were dealing with over there. They can't force you to give them that money. That's the thing, is technically you could just kind of wait till you're out of school and once you kind of got on your feet and pay them back. Sometimes you can do a payment plan too. Like you could just tell them your situation and be like, fine, I'll pay it, but I'm a student, I don't have very much, like I'm just paying my rent. Like, can we do a payment plan until I'm out of school? And you might be able to pay them just like $25 or $50 a month. It's really frustrating that you have to pay that bill, but like sometimes you just gotta, you know, you just gotta pay the piper. That's how the system works, how the government and all that stuff works. You gotta pay the piper. So I don't know if there's any way out of this. You could fight it, but it's like you're already fighting so many other things right now. Is this really worth it? So here's the fox. This is the trickster energy. Don't let this debt, don't let this money, even if it's a couple $1,000s, weigh you down. I kind of feel like you're gonna figure it out. You know, you could literally just ignore it, and who knows, maybe they'll put it to collections. It could ruin your credit for a couple of years, whatever. Like, let it be. If that's what needs to happen, or you can talk to them and see if you can get on a payment plan with them. And if they won't give you a payment plan, then you can just be like, fine. Maybe it ends up going to court or something like that, and you can always get a free appointed court advisor. I'm not sure if they do that where you live, to kind of help argue your case. So yeah, this might be a little skeleton in the closet for a while, kind of haunting you, but you trust that you made the right decision. You knew that that school you were in was not the right path for you, and you just had to basically get the heck out of there. And so that meant, you know, leaving, and then for some reason they're saying that you owe them money. This has happened to a lot of people before, you know. I think there was one time where I dropped out of school. I dropped a class or two and I lost my financial aid, and so I had to pay it back, and it was like $2,000 or something. And I just paid like $100 a month for a couple of years until I finally paid it off. And it was annoying. It was a really annoying bill, but you know, it was what it was. So I've been through this before too, where like some weird thing happened at school and I ended up owing money. The system's all screwed up, but sometimes you just gotta pay the piper, you know? And so that's what I say. That's my little quote. Sometimes you gotta pay the piper in life, you guys. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for you. You've got two choices here. You can ignore them and just let that debt do whatever they want with it, and they might report you. Oh, you might not be able to get a credit card for a couple years, or it could mess your credit up, but you can always get your credit score back up. If you can't pay that right now and you don't want to deal with that right now, that's a choice you can make. Yes, you're going to suffer consequences from that. Is it going to ruin your life? No. You could also talk to them and ask about a payment plan, you know, and they might just make you pay $25 or $50 a month. Like sometimes legally there's a limit on how much people can make you pay on payment plans when you're only making so much a month. So just go through the situation. It might not be as bad as you think. If you just tell them, okay, tell me what I can do to pay this off. Can we just do a payment plan until I'm out of school, until I'm, got a job and I'm on my own? They might just be able to work with you. So I kind of see that there's actually a solution to this. It's not as bad as you would think. If you just sit around ignoring this problem, it could, in your mind, it's causing anxiety, it's causing worry, it's causing frustration, and that might be worse than just going through the situation. So make a choice. If your choice is just ignore it, choose that 100%, delete the emails, and just, if it fucks up your credit or whatever, deal, and just realize this is the choice I made and I'm gonna make it through. If you choose to confront the situation head on, I would suggest not to fight it and just ask for a payment plan, and they should be able to work something out with you. Schools do that kind of stuff all the time, okay? And it'll be annoying, but just do your best with it, and then you'll know, okay, at least I made a choice and I'm moving forward on this. The next question you have is like, all the stress with everything you went through has caused a lot of mental worry and anxiety and depression and stuff. And because of that, like, you kind of broke down and like weren't able to finish this semester at school. And so now you had to go see a doctor, and you had to, okay, if you do these certain things and you can push your exams back. Basically all that's kind of gotten into a mess, and you're just like, what do I do? Well, let's pull some cards. I've been through this before. A lot of students go through this. It sucks, but it happens, Also, a lot of there's been some struggles in love too. I've done readings for you in the past, so I know what's up. Like, you've had a lot go down in this area of your life. There's just been so much that's happened, and so emotionally, we're not robots. Sometimes we're working or we're going to school and something happens. I had to quit my job once because I had like a mental breakdown with depression and anxiety. So I've been there before, and sometimes you got to look after your own mental health, and you have to look at yourself first. So I actually do see this message of you continuing your education. I do see you continuing. I do see the strength of the universe and your higher self and your spirit guides helping you on this path, but you might just have to take a hit this semester. Even if that means that you don't get a refund or you owe more money. Like, if you're building up a little bit of debt on this path with your school, you wouldn't be the first to do that. The universe is going to be generous with you. Your whole goal is to help other people. And you're a really sensitive person. And unfortunately, in order to help people in the way that you want to, in order to be that therapist, that counselor, that psychologist you want to be, like, you have to go through the system. So what I do see for you, though, is that don't be hard on yourself if you're having some mental breakdowns and depressions and anxiety and stuff. It kind of takes one to know one. You're going to be helping people in the future that are going to be going through stuff like this. People who are just breaking down and they can't continue with their job. They can't continue with their work, or they've had some type of trauma or breakup or loss and they need help. Like, it's good that they're going to get help from someone who's been through that, who's triumphed through that, who's worked through that. So these obstacles right now are for you, but they're also for your future clients. Overcome these obstacles and you're gonna be doing so well. This is just a big challenge. You have to decide how badly you want this. And the system sucks, but you just have a couple more years left of school. If you can just get through it, you're gonna be doing so amazing. So this semester sucked. This semester was a hit. Do what you can, take a break. And there's more opportunities out there for you. But as far as you leaving the school, the cards are not looking in alignment with that. It looks like you need to bloom where you're planted. You need to finish what you started. And, don't be hard on yourself for having this break, like having the breakdown and needing some time. You've been through a lot. I think it's normal. And I think there's a lot of students who've been through this. You might not even know. There's lots of people at your school who've probably been through this. It's hard, this path. So you just need a little bit of time to heal, but you're gonna get better. I have to move on to the next person because this is a 10-minute reading, but I do hope that this helped. And if you want, we talked earlier at the beginning of this reading about hitting me up if you want to do another reading sometime soon. So, but just keep going, girl. I believe in you. Don't give up on your career path. This is just a couple years of your life. And look, here's what I got. Education, surrender. You know, you can go into this with awareness and just be like, you know what? I hate this. This sucks. I hate school. I don't like playing these people's game. Just get C's. Just pass the classes. Don't worry about being straight A's or whatever. Just get through it and get the knowledge that you need. Get out of there and go do your purpose. This is just a little tiny little chapter in the big old book of your life, okay? You're gonna get through this. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next person. So this is Feather. What's up, Feather? I want to be in a career where I can 100% be myself and shine. I've had so many different jobs and struggled. I would love to work with cats. Oh my God. Sorry, my heart. Oh, I love that. I would love to work with cats in some way, but mostly this is volunteer work. And I live alone, so I need a stable job. My question is, where can I look to find a job to help me feel calm and content and pay the bills while I pursue helping cats? That's a good question. Let's go ahead and pull some cards here. Well, I don't know if you're going to be living alone forever. I see a romantic partner moving in with you in the future. I know this isn't a love reading, but I just want you to know that that's what's coming up. Like, I pulled another card from another deck and I just kind of put it back because I was like, oh, this isn't a love reading, but this person's coming up again. So you're not going to be alone. You're never alone. The universe always sends someone. So just know, like, there's going to be someone who comes and supports your path and supports your dream. But here's what I'm seeing. I definitely see you opening up your own animal shelter. I see you opening up your own, I see you living on a property where you're rescuing like a bunch of cats and giving them a good life, and people can come and get a cat from you. Some of them might live there for life. And I see this being a really great place. I also see a lot of donations. Like, you're going to be helping the community a lot. There's going to be a lot of abundance flowing your way. Maybe you're raising some of this money through Kickstarter or something like that. Or through outreach. It seems like a lot of donations are what's going to help you with this. But I also see in the beginning that you're supporting this work. So it seems like one of the biggest things to work towards is going to be purchasing a property, purchasing a home and a property that can keep that many cats, that can have, you know, everything that they need and be like a little sanctuary and like a paradise for them. And so you do need some kind of job where you can be able to save for that. And I would say immediately, like, move in with roommates so you can save as much as you can, but I feel like living alone is very important for you. Like, you need that space. So the question here is abundance. How are you going to get that abundance? I don't just see one job, okay? I see a couple of different jobs for you. You actually could put this together, your love for cats and work. I see something about you being really gifted with the visual arts, which includes ceramics, drawing, painting, sculpture, printmaking, design, crafts, photography, video, filmmaking, architecture, decorative art, computer art, makeup, hairstylist, etc. But the things on here that are standing out to me the most for you are photography and video, filmmaking. I think what you'll probably do to raise support for your animal shelter, your cat sanctuary, is by documenting, you know, the stories of some of the animals that come to you and like the process of them being adopted. I watch that stuff on YouTube and on the internet like crazy. I'm like sitting there watching a story about this cat and like crying. Does anyone else do that? You could raise awareness and raise support through that. So I do see something about photography and video, filmmaking being really important for you. I see you raising money for equipment for that. Maybe you're starting an Instagram account. You know, if you can get enough people watching your videos and you know, they're gonna, and have a link to donate in the bio and all that, I definitely see money coming in through that. So you might be able to start documenting just like the cats that you have, or maybe you can work at a shelter and you can run their social media for them or something on the weekends. You might be able to get paid for it, but like you said, a lot of it's volunteer work. So just keep volunteering on the weekends. You do need some type of job that's going to make you money though. So I would suggest, you know, maybe doing something at home with your hands since you're very crafty, you know, knitting or ceramics or drawing or painting. You could do cat portraits. A lot of cat lovers out there will purchase almost anything with cats on it. So you could like make little cat figurines or make little cat ceramics or do portraits of people's cats, even if it's like abstract and you're not like the most detailed drawer or painter. Like you can find your way, or you can knit little booties for the cats, or you know, whatever. You can make custom cat bowls, or like, you know, maybe you can make something, a product, handmade craft related to cats. You can set up a booth at craft fairs. You can put it on Etsy. You can start an Instagram account. You can, and through that, you can tell people that a percentage of these funds go to helping start your animal sanctuary. So people will be able to support your cause and also be able to purchase something that's great for you. This would allow you to be home with your cats all day, to be able to be home and like work at your shelter all day. And eventually, maybe this whole craft thing, you don't need to do it anymore, or like you're focusing full time on the shelter, but maybe this is a way for you to raise awareness and raise support. So look towards your artistic gifts. Look towards your artistic abilities. There's some type of idea, there's some type of clue there. I feel like you'll be able to support yourself off of that. As far as getting a job goes, obviously that type of business isn't going to take off overnight. It could take a couple years. And going into work every day is kind of tough, but this does say there's good news on the way. Making a smart choice. You need to come up with find a job that's going to pay you obviously as much as possible, that has a good work-life balance. I do see some type of job opportunity. It doesn't seem related to cats. It has something to do with like working outside though, or like landscaping or gardening or something like that. And I actually see a lot of abundance in that, on that path for you. So you might want to look into something like that, working outside, working with your hands, working in the dirt, working with landscaping. And you could learn some of the tools and the techniques that you need for when you get your own property and need to cultivate that land and make it like a sanctuary, a paradise for the cats and for people to come visit, to adopt them. So there's something about that coming up if you're looking for a point in the right direction. And you're looking for this job to help you be calm and content as well. So I do see being outside and being in nature could help. You could even work at a wilderness park or Parks and Rec or something like that. I did see something about working with children as well, because you're really good with animals and you could also be really good with children. Some people think, you know, working with children can be really draining, but it can also be fun. Maybe the energy of adults and other people are really harsh for you, but working with kids could be something that's more fun if you can find the right age group to work with. Maybe you could do preschool or daycare or something like that as well. And you do, you know, make decent money for it. I've worked in that industry before. So yeah, this says listen to your heart. You're a good caretaker. That's something you're good at. You could also do caretaking, maybe working in a nursing home. Some people like have a difficult time with that job. Other people enjoy caring for others. So I just see that you're really gifted with that. You're a really good caretaker. You're a really good nurturer. So any job where you're nurturing, whether it's plants or the land or it's animals, people nurturing in some way is going to be a good way to get abundance for you. Something else that's coming up is definitely this need to start something online. And I probably sound like a broken record today because I'm getting that energy for a lot of people who are coming here to these readings. But it's just because you guys are probably drawn to me and drawn to tarot because you're really creative anyways. And there's a huge opportunity at this time right now to be able to start something creative online. Like years ago, we didn't have YouTube, we didn't have Etsy, we didn't have Instagram. Like now you have the ability to sell a service or to sell a product online. And you have the ability to market yourself, to market your business, to advertise yourself, to raise funds for a campaign or for, nonprofit like Kickstarter, all that stuff. Like we can connect with millions and billions of people now. So there's just the world has changed. So take the opportunity you have in the palm of your hand, the cell phone, to create this new life for yourself. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support. And we're going to move on to the next person, which is Veronica. Oh, wow. Hey, Veronica. Oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you in forever. It's so great to hear from you. So you're starting a new job on Monday, tomorrow. Oh my gosh, tomorrow, a new job, and you're just wondering what you can expect from it. I don't know why, but this job, I feel like this job could be something kind of medical. I don't know if that makes sense. Correct. I don't know if you're here right now, but correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, hey, what's up? Is this job something that has to do with like a medical industry? Oh, you graduated and you finished. That's cool. So yeah, this is a medical job. Okay, it is. Because I saw you wearing scrubs. Are you going to be wearing scrubs at this job? I don't know if that makes sense, but I just saw you kind of in your work outfit, like light blue or just kind of a relaxed attire. So you're wearing scrubs. Okay, you are. Is this a physical therapy type of job? I can't really remember what you were studying, but do you mind letting me know what this job is? Is it helping others, physical therapy? Okay, so you said yes, it's physical therapy. Oh my gosh, I'm like getting some legit downloads right now. Yeah, so we're getting the 5 of Hearts. We're getting some really good messages right now. I mean, you're a healer. Yeah, so it's occupational therapy. Great, thank you. Oh my gosh, you're getting the Star. Look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Yes, this is honestly going to work out so well for you, and I feel like you're going to be a little surprised at the paychecks too. Like, I think you already know how much you're going to make at this point, but that income is really going to help and is really going to bless you. And you've worked really hard for it. And here's you, you're the queen of summer. You're loving, you're comforting, you're emotional, you're intuitive. You're definitely going to do well. I think this is congratulating you on your education, on finishing, on graduating. That was a concern for a while, but this was a good idea to get through this. This is going to create a lot of stability for you. This job is going to create a lot of stability. So what's it going to be like? You're going to have no problem. Within your first couple of months, you might even move up to some type of manager position if they have those. You're going to make a really good you're going to make a really good impression. If you're working with children or young adults, you're going to bond with them so well. You have healing hands, you have a healing touch, you have a healing voice. You're a shaman, and so the fact that you found your way into this career is not a coincidence. You're going to build connections with people that will last a lifetime. You're going to save people. I think if you're dealing with any parents, I see people in tears thanking you for the impact that you're making in their families' lives. So I honestly think you're going to do amazing. You were born to do this, and I don't think you're going to have any trouble at all. There's like, this is the Five of Swords. You're going to have no trouble doing great and impressing people and learning the ropes. The only trouble is there's still going to be a side of you that longs for more freedom. There's still going to be a side of you that wants more freedom than this. And the hardest part about this job is going to be there's certain regulations, there's certain things you can't do. Like it's like a system, it's like a structure. It's like you have to do it this way. You have to follow the protocol. You might have a really cool technique that you discover. You might have a really cool idea that you might not be able to implement. So you could be butting heads with management because of that, or you might just kind of have to just stay on that path. And so the ability to be innovative isn't 100% there. There's room for creativity in this job, but complete freedom that you need isn't there. So I still see something about your business with doing readings and with doing coaching that's very important for you. It's a long path. This could take 3 to 5 years for you to be able to 100% be able to do coaching and readings and work from home. But this says, listen to your heart. You can trust your intuition. And you have that gift. You have the psychic gifts. And so I see this message for you coming up here in these cards that's saying this job will support you for the next 3 to 5 years. You're going to learn the ropes. You're going to get into it. Once you kind of feel yourself getting to that point where you're starting to feel a little bit stressed with this job and you're starting to feel trapped again, that is a message for you that it's time to start your coaching business. And so you're being called to Instagram, you're being called to YouTube to just start making free content. Don't even charge anybody for anything. Make content. And I think we talked about this when we were in our previous sessions of making consistent content and not worrying about the money. That way you can just build a community. When I first started Rainbow Harmony, I didn't start my channel and go, $65 for a reading, y'all. Like, I had to earn the respect. I had to give to this community. And to this day, you know, I'm still giving, and I still want to offer as much as I can for free. And even do readings like this that are like $15. Do I need this money from this reading session? No. I can easily, 2 people purchase a reading from me and I can make what I'm making tonight. But this is like extra. This is like just helping people who need it. Like give, you know? So this job that you're getting is going to bring that balance to your life, is going to bring abundance to your life, is going to help you serve others. But you need to come home and nights and weekends work on your social media and work on creating your brand and just put yourself out there with no agenda, not charging for anything, and do that for 18 months to 2 years. You're not doing readings you're just doing stuff for free. You're not, you know, charging anything. You're just building your community. And then after 18 months to 2 years, you'll have a couple thousand followers and you'll be able to unveil the fact that, yes, I do readings now. You'll open the floodgates and it'll start pouring in. Around 3 years from now, 4 years from now, you'll be able to quit this job. You'll be able to quit it and full-time work from home and do coaching and do readings. Or honestly, I just see you coaching people and keep working on your social media and YouTube and stuff like that. So 5 years from now, you're on a 5-year path. Don't lose sight of these goals, because I feel like this job that you got is great. It's going to support you, but you're going to find yourself in the same place you were before, feeling kind of like, this ain't it. So as long as you have a plan and you keep working towards freedom and it's within your reach, it's within your grasp, this job will be great. You can use this job. You don't have to let this job use you, you know? So let's look at some more things about how this job's gonna be. It's gonna be stable. You might even stay with it for the next 5 years. This is the sun. This says yes. This is open your heart to this job. You know, this job is going to help you pave the way to your freedom. It's your destiny. But there's a bigger career for you. You need to be the top boss. The thing that's going to be tough about this job is management. Anytime you have a manager above you, I feel like they get threatened by you because you're legit. You know what you're doing and you're a force to be reckoned with. So you're always going to kind of butt heads with people above you. It's not your fault. You're chill. You know how to get along. It's those people that can't, like, it's almost like they feel like that you could have their job. So I kind of feel like if you can get in a situation where you are your own boss, that's going to be the best for you. There's some people who just do best with that. I'm one of those people, by the way. So I feel you. But I actually see you impressing people with at this job. And I see you doing super well. I see promotions. I think 6 months from now, you'll be getting a promotion, a raise. And this is just reminding you who you are. You're the shaman, you're the healer. Anytime you choose a path that has to do with healing, you can't go wrong. So it was written, all this is meant to be. I'm congratulating you on finishing your school and landing this situation. And congratulations to you and your family. This is so great. Tomorrow is your first day. I hope that you really enjoy it. Get some good rest. All right, so we're going to move on to the next person. All right, this is for Starla Berenica. So your career in 2020, general. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit fun. How about we look into your career for each season, okay? So let's look into winter, spring, summer, and fall. And I don't know why this deck is calling to me. I barely ever show people this deck because I'm kind of embarrassed by it because it's like my personal deck and I just made it really quick and some of the drawings are just like weird and it's kind of old and crusty, but whatever. This deck has got some word in it. So winter, spring. Oh, there's a crazy energy in that card. Summer and fall. Okay. This deck wants to talk to you. I don't know why. Okay, so what's going on in winter for you? This is like January, February, beginning of March in your career. I don't really see like a big opportunity coming in for you yet in the fall. It feels like you're a little stressed out. You have a lot going on, and you're getting ready to make a change. This might be you filling out applications or like going up for a promotion in your career, or maybe coming up with like business ideas or something. I definitely see something about you starting a side hustle, but it feels like it's in the incubation stages. So that's kind of what I feel in the winter. Here's the King of Winter. I see something about public speaking. So you might be considering a career path where you're speaking, where you're sharing knowledge, or there could be an opportunity through your career at this time to be doing some speaking, whether it's just in front of your coworkers or at an event or something. So I definitely see that for you in the winter, okay? This is a message about you. It says stop and take a few breaths, okay? So you're being called in the winter, you know, January, February of this year, to really draw upon the energy of your home. This might be a good time to get rid of clutter in your home. Get rid of things like, You know, if there's a piece of, sometimes we just collect way too much furniture and random stuff and like just get rid of things, take it to the, you know, Goodwill and donate it so we're not hurting the earth by just throwing random stuff away. Take it to the Goodwill, donate stuff, get rid of things, and like make your home and living space more minimal. Get some flowers and put them in vases, get a nice new candle or some incense, and maybe tweak the lighting in your home so that it's like warmer and softer. Open up your curtains more and let the sunlight in. I don't know why so many people are always closing the blinds in their home, like worried, oh, people are gonna see in. Just get some sheer curtains. So if you feel unsafe, and just if you feel like people are gonna peek through, and just let the light in, dust. If you need to hire someone and just pay a little bit to have your home deep cleaned. I just feel this huge message about nesting, like this bird on the nest around the winter. And this says you need like return to your home, return to your foundation, go within and draw upon loving energies. In the winter, it's almost like stop trying so hard, relax. Just relax and let the doors open for you. Don't try to force things. What you're seeing in the winter is basically reality shifting in ways that are incomprehensible. What you're looking for is right around the corner. So in the winter, a big career shift happens. An idea comes, or you're filling out apps to move to a new location with your job or career advancement, and you're just like nesting and like getting ready for it, okay? Now what's going on in spring? Okay, so yep, this is when you're taking the risk, okay? You're starting this, I see something about you starting a side hustle. It's either a side hustle or you're looking for a new job. So the wolf's message to you in the spring is the time is right to take risks and face your inner fears. The wolf's message is that you're safe and protected at all times. It's time to take down any barriers that you've put up to protect yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. This is reminding you, you start with a clean slate. So it's like a fresh slate. It's like a new beginning. Take a risk and start a new beginning. And this is life experience. This says an important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. So there's something going down in the spring. I feel like you're learning something new. This reminds me of some type of institution, like educational institution. You might be joining some type of group or joining attending a seminar or doing some type of online course or something, or you're coming across some type of information and like you're training yourself, you're educating yourself on something new. You're also saving money in the spring. So protect the fruits of your labors. You're saving money because you're getting ready to invest in something, or you're about to have a career change or career transition, okay? So let's see what's going down in summer. Okay, so by summer, this career change, this career transition, this promotion or job change or side hustle business you started is underway. It's happened. The 22 is the number of manifestation. It's the number of your life mission and soul purpose, and you're getting this. Your desires are being manifested for you in the summer. So let's see. Yeah, you're going to receive news of unexpected wealth. So you're getting the first orders for your side hustle that you've done, or your paycheck is bigger because of that promotion, or you've gotten the new job, everything's expanding. And it's this time of celebration. This says be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. Maybe you're looking to purchase a home or something, or to decorate the home, or some type of move. I think that the increased finances are definitely starting to make you think about wanting to build more around the home, or renovate the home, or move, purchase a home, or something like that. So that's what's really exciting in your career. Yep, a windfall of money, a happy change in your career. So summertime, big change in the career, and there's good money coming in. It's super exciting. So how does this energy come full circle here at the end of the year and the fall, heading into the winter of 2020? So you're putting yourself out there. I do feel like you've started a side hustle, and you might be worried about marketing yourself. This card is telling you, stop worrying what other people think. They won't even notice. Your ego has been blowing things out of proportion. Be free. Let go of these insecurities people are projecting onto you. Grasp this opportunity. Put your head under these emotional waters and dive into your inner strength. You're having to really be vulnerable. It reminds me of somebody who's like going on their social media and marketing some type of product or service. And you're just worried, like, is my aunt gonna see this? Is my ex gonna see this? Is my friend gonna see this? What are people gonna think, you know? They're gonna think I'm desperate or something because I'm trying to make some money here, or I'm leaving this job even though it's really stable. Like, what are people gonna think about me completely starting over on this new path? And it's like, you just need to trust your heart here, because this says you got to walk away from dishonest associations. In the winter, you're basically realizing that what you thought you wanted in your career isn't the best choice for your happiness. It wasn't worth your effort. So you worked really hard to manifest something new, and you could be doubting yourself or second guessing yourself a little bit in the winter. This says there's going to be people that have different opinions. You might feel at odds with yourself or other people. This could be parents, this could be friends, it could be people who are well-meaning, who are like, oh, really, how are you going to make that happen? Or wasn't that other job more stable? Or, oh, you took a pay cut, or this or that. Like, you might feel that you're being a little bit judged around this time, but just hold on a little bit longer. You've had some success in this summer. You've had a new beginning. Things are plateauing again, but it's going to get even better. This card says you're going to stay dedicated. You're going to be disciplined. Your accomplishments will be celebrated. You might even receive a little bit of fame or accolades from this path. You're going to be in the spotlight. So you might be the one with the last laugh. Just tunnel vision on your goals. Don't care what these people think over here. And I see this issue being resolved. There's another card about maybe in the winter of this year, a serious commitment, like a proposal or a rekindling of love, or if you're single, a soulmate coming in. So we're just gonna throw that in there. Anyways, I hope that resonates with you. I just want to pull you some overall themes for your career in 2020. Oh, there's my sock, my foot. Oh my gosh, branding. You got to brand yourself. You got to market yourself this year. This is what 2020 is going to be all about for you. A branding journey. It's like a journey of branding yourself, marketing yourself, letting yourself be known, putting your gifts out there and showing people, this is what I have to offer. I'm worthy of receiving abundance for this. You know, will you hire me kind of energy. So going on a journey. So we're going to do one more person before I take my second break, and then we'll move on to the last part of this. So, Nisha, what will your career life look like for the year of 2020? Okay, so what will your career life look for the year of 2020? I want to ask from each deck, not all of them, but some of them, what are the major themes surrounding your career in 2020? Like, what's it gonna look like? So let's start with this deck. Okay, so one of the big themes for you has to do with like a struggle between the head and the heart. And this isn't a bad thing, okay? We're seeing the Tower here, which means you're going to be making some type of major risk. You're going to be leaving something behind. This reminds me of the energy of somebody dropping out of school, or somebody moving somewhere with just a couple $100s in their pocket. Somebody just kind of taking a risk, okay? And to just go somewhere and try something else. It's like you're giving up one thing and you're starting another. So you could have been on one career path for a while and just, you might have known that this isn't for you, or you're just working a job to can pay the bills and stuff, but basically this ain't it. So there's the tower moment. This is either you getting fired or you getting laid off, or you just straight up quitting. And it could be something that happens one day in a rage, or just you just get fed up and you're like, I can't do this anymore. So you're taking a risk, okay? Some type of big risk in your career at some point this year. But it's a calculated risk, because there's a part of you that's been wanting to take this risk for a while. There's a part of you that knows what your strengths are, what your talents are, what you're able to do. There's a need for you right now to start saving money. I just feel this message telling you, save money. Like, you don't have to freak out and save everything and hoard everything. Just start tucking some money away, because there's gonna be some type of move or some type of career change, and you're gonna need that little nest egg to get you through. I see you on a plane. I don't know what that's about. It could be traveling for an interview somewhere. It's like this energy of you just like really wanting to get away. And so let's go ahead and move on to my Wildwood deck. Let's look at some more themes for you, 2020 in career. This is the year that you get on the path of your destiny with your career. Because it's like you're sick of feeling trapped. When you're in the right job, you don't feel trapped. A job's a job, okay? A career's a career. You're always there's gonna be days that suck. For me, sometimes the thing that sucks is like having to upload the videos and send them to the people. It's just really difficult for me with my dyslexia, and it takes forever. I hate that part of this job, but a lot of other stuff about this job is fun. So, there's always gonna be those things that you hate about the career, but if like every single thing you hate and you dread and you can't stand the monotony, you don't know where your life is going, you don't even know how the hell you ended up on this career path, you just feel like, well, this is all I'm capable of, or like, because of this and this, then I have to do this. Like, sometimes we end up in certain situations because we feel like that's all we're good for, or like we're trying to impress our family, or like we just need some money or something. So this is the year where you get real with yourself and you're like, you know what? Yes, I need to support myself, but I want to fulfill myself. I don't want to just survive anymore. I want to thrive. And so you're really getting connected with your creative side. You're really getting connected with your inner child. I want you to ask yourself, was there anything that you did when you were a child that just came naturally to you, that was fun for you, that was interesting for you? That could actually be the key for your career path. I feel like you're gonna be a self-starter. You're gonna be self-made. I don't know why, but I see something that has to do with the beauty industry, like makeup or hairstyling or clothing or something like that. If that doesn't resonate with you, then just ignore it, because I kind of see this image of you like dressed up and like looking great, and like it might just be that you're like, there's a lot of luxury and abundance around you and you're taking good care of yourself, and generally that's just what you want to achieve. So you just want more freedom. You want financial freedom. You want freedom with your schedule. You want to be loyal to yourself. And so 2020 is the year that you're like getting on the path, and you're getting visions and downloads and ideas that are going to take you there. So I would definitely keep a little journal in your purse or by your bed, so that anytime you have those light bulb moments, you can write things down. You can really trust the guidance that you're receiving this year in 2020. Let's try this deck now. Themes for 2020 for you in career. Yeah, this says there's a better choice. Not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. Oh my gosh. Can we just talk about when the tarot gets real with you? The tarot wants to serve you. It's getting real with you. Basically, this could be like how it's kind of been lately. Kind of running away from the truth that like at some point, you're gonna have to take a risk. You just happen to be one of those people who has really big dreams, who's very artistic, who doesn't really want to live a conventional life, and that's okay. There's some people out there who do really great living more conventional, taking a traditional path, working 9 to 5, or being in an office, or being in the corporate environment. There's some people who really like that and like the challenge and like the community. But I think like for you, you want to do something more artistic. So I don't know, I see you doing hair or makeup or something kind of like that, something that has to do with glam or Hollywood or just something very creative. And it's almost like you got to get real with yourself that you are an artist. And if you're not going to go to school for it, then you've got to pave your way. You got to go out there and get what you want. Talked about this a lot today, but you got to be the star. You got to use social media. You got to use the hashtags. You got to DM people and ask to collaborate. Like, you got to get things going. You got to make yourself a portfolio. Got to make a website. Like, there's stuff that needs to be done. But this also says you can make a decision later. Set aside your concerns for now. Just kind of meditate on this. Take your little holiday vacation right now and just enjoy, but just know that you're being called to make some type of big decision in 2020 based off like what you're going to start putting your time and energy to. You know, just getting a job and getting money and surviving isn't enough. Like, you got to use your gifts, you know? So this says maybe lately you've been a little distracted. You've been failing to see a magical opportunity. Feeling a little discontent with life. That's okay. I feel like that sometimes personally. You might be waiting for things to change, but remember, you're the one who changes your reality. You're the one who can choose to make something different. There's some opportunities in your situation you might not be aware of. Don't wait to have the money and then make stuff happen. Like, first you take action, then the money comes. First you take action, then the support comes. So I'm seeing something about you getting success and public recognition. You're supposed to be on the career path that's going to put you in the limelight. So this says smart choices that bring rewards. You're going to be doing something that has to do with the entertainment industry. I really feel that. I don't know if that resonates with you, but it's like you got to start thinking about that and engineer your path. You're going to have to create this path out of nothing, out of nowhere. But that's what manifestation is. Manifestation is creating something out of nothing. It's like how a star is born. It's just a bunch of gases and stuff and dust, and then poof, a star is born. So you've got to create something out of just the dust in your life. That's what I did with my fashion career. I went to the thrift store and got these dusty old clothes and I just put them on some friends, took pictures, and start somewhere. You know, start where you're at with the tools, resources, and materials that are already available for you. Believe in yourself. And you know what? You're going to have fun along this path. You're going to have fun along this path as well. So let's get you some final messages about 2020. Seems like education. So you might decide to learn something about this career, or maybe go back to school. If you're in school, you probably need to change your major to go more in this line. If you want to go back to school, trust your heart. But if you're doing something artistic, then realize there's different ways to get your education. Like if you want to do acting, you can take acting classes. If you want to sing, you can hire a singing coach. If you want to do music production, you can take online courses in that. Use Skillshare, Udemy, like we were talking about for a couple people today. Figure out how you're going to get your education. If you're just like, I don't know how to get in that industry, I don't know how to do this, Google it and search it and get books on it and find online courses on it and invest a little bit in that and basically put yourself in school for this, you know. Last thing is growth. I mean, I'll say everything's changing for you in 2020. I feel like you're going to make it happen this year. And they're like, now. It's really important that you do this change this year. Don't worry, you're not going to be stuck here forever is the message. This path you're going on in your career is actually a huge part of you. It's something that's been a part of you forever. I want to say it has to do with the entertainment industry. That's just kind of what I'm seeing. And this says believe. Believe you can do it. Believe you can make a difference in this career path. So awesome. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. That reading was like so beautiful and intense, and I feel like your spirit guides are just shaking you because they're like, you have so much talent, like don't doubt yourself, like you just make it happen. It's like they really want to give you a kick in the butt today, you know, but it's a loving kick in the butt. they're just telling you, you have no idea what's in store. You have no idea what's in store. It's everything you ever hoped for and more. Give your dreams a chance, you know? It's time in your life to give your dreams a chance. So, anyways, you guys, I need to go take a little 5-minute break, drink some water, stretch a little bit, and then we'll be back for the third and final round of these messages. We've got 7 people left in line. Okay, so when we come back, who is first? Corey Kelly is next, and after that will be Bick. Okay, Corey Kelly and then Bick. So I will see you guys soon, okay? Don't forget to click into part 3 of this session.